I think we are live.
Yes, and I'll also start recording the session.
Yeah, sure. Everybody is okay with it, no? Recording the session?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Paula, you can go on. We are live.
So hello and welcome and a very good afternoon to the panelists and people who are watching us on Facebook Live. So this is the fourth session of our Unsung Heroes series, and we have three young, vibrant panelists with us today. So let me introduce one by one. We have Miss Nupur. I think she's the youngest of the lot. Hi, Nupur.
Hello, ma'am.
Nupur, her current designation is she is the head optometrist and proprietor of RK Eye Care and Polyclinic. To give a brief profile of hers, she has done her bachelor's from NSHM, Durgapur, followed by 1 year of work experience in Titan Eye Plus. Then she completed her master's in clinical optometry, Chitkara University, in collaboration with Lotus College of Optometry, Mumbai. She also has a fellowship in contact lens at Shroff's Eye Hospital, New Delhi. She also has trained for scleral contact lenses with Silverline. She established her own clinical optical setup in 2020, has a practice of vision therapy, contact lenses, and low vision. She conducts regular free eye checkup camps as part of community service, where spectacles are donated and new spectacles are given to the needy free of cost. She was also part of Vedantu as a master's teacher for a year. Welcome, Nupur. We are privileged to have you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we have H.S. Subramania Setti. Born and brought up in Hospet, he is a Karnataka person. His primary and secondary schooling in government Kannada medium, graduated in 1997 in Bachelor of Science. Subramania states that joining optometry was a turning point in his life. He started his diploma in optometry, studied in Lions Eye Hospital, completed it in January 2000, and started his own practice near his hometown called Hagari Bomanahalli in 2008, in the month of April. Through a lateral entry, he completed his Bachelor of Optometry, then he completed his Masters of Optometry in 2014-2016 batch from Chitkara University. He has an overall experience of 22 years of service in optometry. He has served in many cataract surgery camps, conducted many camps, and often does school screening and distributes free spectacles through his own trust, which is the Sanskriti, and he has also started Sanskriti learning classes recently during the lockdown through this trust. So welcome, Subramania.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thanks a lot.
And we have Miss Ragini Kumari. She's born in 1986. She completed her basic education in her village, then completed her Bachelor of Clinical Optometry and Masters of Clinical Optometry from Bharati Vidyapeeth and Amity University, respectively. She also has a post-graduation in MBA, Hospital Management and Supply Chain Management. She's currently pursuing PhD in Public Health from Amity Institute of Public Health, Amity University, Noida. She's working as an optometrist in Lok Bandhu Sri Rajnarayan Combined Hospital, Lucknow. She was former and founder HOD and Assistant Professor, Department of Optometry, ERA University, Lucknow. She was Assistant Proctor and member of Anti-Ragging Committee of ERA University. She is member of Society for Allied Health and Healthcare Professionals, Education and Research, ERA University, Lucknow. She has an overall experience of 15 years in both clinical and academic experience. Welcome, Ragini. So great. Now we are done with the introductions, and over to you, Lakshmi ma'am, for the rest of the session.
Thank you, Paula. That's a wide spread, I think, that we have. We have Nupur from east of India. We have Ragini from north and central, you can say, somewhat. And we have Subbu from south. So that's a really nice nice mix of things. So Nupur, you're from Kharagpur, which is actually known for IIT. If you say IIT Kharagpur, everybody just wakes up.
Yeah.
Right? So just tell me a little bit about the place, Kharagpur. And usually the feeling among everybody is that okay, if you open in a small town, you'll only get refractive errors to see and stuff like that. So tell me a little bit about your place and also what kind of patients you see.
Okay. So Kharagpur basically is known for IIT, obviously, as you told. India's oldest and the largest IIT campus is over here. Secondly, also once upon a time, the Kharagpur had the privilege of having the longest platform, railway platform. I think currently it is on number 3. Gorakhpur is leading, I guess, there. And apart from that, the city is based on the livelihood. I think a lot of people are based on the railway employees. I mean, people over here. Then we have a lot of
the largest platform.
Yeah, locomotives are also manufactured, I guess. Yeah. So apart from that, there are a lot of industries in and around the city. A lot of industries, and mainly the big ones, like huge ones, huge industries. So this is also an industrial town. And yeah, recently the city also got known for when it was spotted in MS Dhoni, that movie. Dhoni had started his career as a ticket collector from here. So basically, when we talk about the geographical location, it is located in West Bengal at 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours, depending upon your driving skills, from the town of Kolkata, from the city of Kolkata.
So the nearest city is Calcutta.
Calcutta, yeah. So, and if you determine it, if you classify it, it will be more of like tier 3 city. The classification is done according to the population, I guess, and less than 1 million population is a tier 3 city. So basically, my practice is an all-inclusive, comprehensive practice where I think the unique selling point of my clinic is the presence of a slit lamp photography system. So I have kept that open for all the time, like all the patients can see the real-time assessment when I'm using the slit lamp. So that gives them a थोड़ा सा out of the book वाला feel, मतलब कि
and also confidence, I guess.
Yeah. So I think that is one feature that I have invested on, like yeah.
Very good.
Apart from that, I have the basic, जैसे एक basic optometry practice होता है, slit lamp, autoref, lensometer, optical setup, and apart from that, the RAF ruler, flippers, anaglyphs, or I'm also using the vision therapy software QRC जो भी आया हुआ है.
Very good.
I'm doing that. And apart from that, वो हाँ, Brock string, cat card, ये सब भी थोड़े बहुत हैं.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and then we have the basic low vision वाले aids. Although that is मतलब the rarest, मतलब वो I think मुझे अभी तक या 1 या 2 ही patient मिले हैं 1 साल में. And
you're still young, Nupur. You have a lot of time, so don't worry.
And then I've also
really
developed
great start, I would say. Great, absolutely great start.
Thank you, ma'am. And then I also have developed the contact lens practice. I have my own RGP kit, mini scleral, corneoscleral kits.
Wonderful.
And इसके patients मिल जाते हैं, contact lens के थोड़े बहुत फिर भी मिल जाते हैं.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Yeah.
And yeah, and you asked about the cases. So I get all sort of cases. I think that is one beauty of practicing in a small town, that you will get a variety of cases because there's a lack of proper practitioners and लोग भूले भटके आपके पास पहुंच ही जाएंगे. So right from no abnormality to just a slight refractive error, and industrial town होने के कारण बगल वाले इंडस्ट्री से काफी सारे foreign body removals आते रहते हैं. And retinal detachment के केस हो या iritis का केस हो, I get everything. So I've also developed this referral system over here.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So,
I think your practice basically explains the role of a primary eye care practitioner.
Yeah.
Absolutely defines it in a place like Kharagpur.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So
Yes,
coming to you, Subbu, Hospet is in Karnataka, and although I live in Karnataka, I really don't know much about Hospet. So what is Hospet known for? And just a background of your practice as well.
Yeah, it's a northern part of Karnataka. Yeah, actually, I started in nearby my native, Agri Bomnal it is called. It's away little 40 kilometer away from my native. Yes. Actually, as soon as I started, completed my degree, diploma, I started my practice. Here, my local aftals asked me to, you can start over there because there is no ophthalmic service only, they said. So that's the reason I went there. Even though it is little away from my native, I went there. It's a totally backward area. It is. It's even though a taluka place, it's totally dependent on rainwater only, agriculture only. It is. So it is nearly 25, 30 villages it is being surrounded by. It's a little small marketplace over there. It's a like that place it was. It's almost like a now recent census. It is almost like 2 lakhs population. The total population of the taluk itself is around 2 lakh. So the where I started my practice, there is a very much high value for the money there. So it was little difficult to practice over there. So gradually I started. Then later in 2006, I started in Hospet. Hospet is it's a little rowdy area. It's a quite big taluk. Even though now it has been promoted as a district place now. It's a district headquarters now. So it's been totally surrounded by iron ore industries. There are many industries are there. Lakhs of people are working in those industries, and we have a very tourism place also. It's Hampi is very nearby. It is just 11
Correct.
kilometers away from it. So
Yeah.
it's mainly a tourism place also. We have the biggest dam also nearby. It is around just a 6 kilometer away. It's
Okay.
Tungabhadra Dam. This is one of the biggest dam in the South India. It has. It's of course in India itself. It has almost 33 gates. The biggest by gate wise, the structure wise, it's a very big. It's a very big dam it is, and it irrigates almost northern part of Karnataka. It's almost more than lakhs of hectares it irrigates. So it's surrounded by irrigation also.
Okay.
The
And
population.
your patient flow, Subbu. So do you see all kinds of patients?
Yeah, I do see a lot of presbyopes, refractive errors, and cataracts, and more of headache patients. I do get a lot, and I do get referred from other physicians also
Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
for the headache consultation, and lot of in Agri-Bomnali side, I do see a lot of ulcers.
Corneal ulcers.
Corneal ulcers, lot of
Because of
fungal-
agriculture, you feel?
because of agriculture, it's a lot of fungal ulcer, viral ulcers also we see, and a lot of cataracts, and vernal catarrh is also a most common there.
Because of allergy. Okay.
And rest, I do a lot of comprehensive practice.
Okay.
So not specifically anything. I do as a general practice, you can say.
Okay.
General optometry, I can say. Yeah.
Ragini, you are both an educator as well as a practitioner, and you have an organization, NGO organization of your own as well, right? So, of course, Lucknow is not a small place. It's quite a large city. But your practice and the work you do is more in the outskirts of Lucknow.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually,
So,
ma'am, now I'm working in Lok Bandhu Raj Narayan hospitals. So in Lok Bandhu, maximum flow of patient is like cataract, refractive error, and presbyopia. It's all mix up. But and I working since 1 year, so I don't have much more experience in the clinical setup. But when we go to outside for a screening camp, so in that we got a lot of foreign body, cataract, macular edema. Lot of patients like they are not aware about they're having
a condition.
diabetic hypertension, and that also affect the eye. So so
तो
many
उनको
patients
पता
I
ही
found
नहीं है कि
उनको
ये
पता ही
सभी
नहीं कि इससे, हाँ, इससे आंख में भी प्रॉब्लम हो
आंख में भी
सकती है,
प्रॉब्लम होती है। हाँ,
और वो उनको ये भी नहीं पता है कि ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट क्या होते हैं, फिर उनको पूरा डिटेल से बताना पड़ता था। फिर उसमें से बहुत ऐसे लोग थे जो, जैसे हमने स्कूल स्क्रीनिंग हेल्थ लगा प्रोग्राम लगाए थे, तो उसमें अपने बच्चों को ऑप्टोमेट्री के लिए भी भेजा हमने, एडमिशन भी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। फिर वो लोग खुद अपने गाँव में ले जाकर स्क्रीनिंग प्रोग्राम करवाए, तो इससे काफी इस एरिया में अवेयरनेस बढ़े।
अवेयरनेस बढ़ा है।
Yes,
हाँ,
ma'am.
that's
Yes,
really
ma'am.
nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Nupur, I was quite interested in the way that you said you've invested in a slit lamp photograph, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The reason I'm asking this, not in a bad way, but when patients come, especially north, east part of India and all of that, do they feel ये तो बच्ची है, लड़की है, types?
Ma'am, I'll tell you one thing. Just coincidentally, I think 3 or 4 days back, like we get Google reviews na for our clinic. So there, one patient had posted that the doctor is very young, but she's knowledgeable. And I was literally laughing
That's why,
when I read that.
when you said about slit lamp photography,
Huh.
the reason why it immediately struck me, not in a bad way, I'm just
Huh,
saying
huh, huh.
it as a comment, because that's how it is,
Yes, ma'am.
that is how, whatever gender equality you talk about, we still have that
Yeah, yeah.
bias
Huh.
still there. And I'm thinking that maybe if you show what you're seeing, people get more confident.
Yeah.
In saying, "Arey, this girl has gone."
Transparency
Yeah,
system.
exactly. This girl has crossed boundaries. She's actually showing me the eye and what is wrong with in the eye and stuff like that, and the parts of the eye and all of that. So that's where I thought that maybe this is. Did you get any comments like this when you started?
मैम एक्चुअली मतलब वो देखकर पेशेंट्स के फेस पे पता चलता है, मतलब दे आर लाइक काइंड ऑफ लेफ्ट अमेज्ड। मतलब नॉर्मली क्या होता है, दिस इज ओनली यूज्ड मोस्टली जहाँ पे कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस प्रैक्टिस होता है वहां।
करेक्ट।
सो मतलब मेरा भी कॉन्टैक्ट लेंस प्रैक्टिस था, इसलिए मैंने लगाया, लेकिन मैं उसको ऑल टाइम ऑन रखती हूँ, मेरा स्टार्टिंग से प्लान यही था।
परफेक्ट। बट हैव यू गॉट कमेंट्स लाइक दैट, मतलब कि आप तो बहुत छोटे हैं, आप तो
मतलब लिटरली फेस पे डायरेक्टली किसी ने नहीं बोला है, बट इनडायरेक्टली पता चलता है थोड़े बहुत।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, very interesting. And as I said, I think you have defined what is primary eye care through all the services that you offer.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming to Subbu from in Hospet, if you say I am an optometrist, do they understand, or they still call you as a doctor?
Yeah, still call me as a doctor only. That's the reason I just made the poster, and in my clinic only I just put a poster. What does the optometry means? What does the?
Can you show us?
Sure. Sure, madam. I'll just show.
So you make sure that people read it and all of that.
Okay. Yeah. 1 second. I'll just show that. Hey, light full.
So okay, so comprehensive optometry eye care center. Wow, that's nice. And so you describe what optometry is. That's very nice. Excellent, Subbu. Very impressed. So how many of them actually?
Wikipedia meaning also I put.
Okay. But do people actually read it? Oh, that's a huge one. Huge poster. Okay. Oh, the word origin of optometry.
The word origin, how it is originated. So, the medical definition of optometry I have put, and what is about vision therapy I have put.
Very good.
So what about contact lenses also I had put.
Okay, that's really nice. Okay. Thank you, Subbu.
Yeah.
So what do people call you? They call you doctor, they call you optometrist, or you have to explain?
Yeah, nowadays people recognize a bit also, and still many call me as a doctor only. Because sometimes even I was I have been referred by this general practitioner, no? So they call me as a doctor only.
Okay. So
They have seen
when they
me
cross refer and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, they have seen me in cataract scams also. Everywhere they see me, in the cataract, in the operation OT theater also they see me, and while giving blocks also they see me. That's the reason they call me as a doctor only.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And Ragini, what about your? Of course, there are 2-3 educational institutions of optometry in UP. You were teaching in one like era before, but I'm sure even now people really don't know who we are. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
तो आप ये कैंप्स में जब जाते हैं आपके ट्रस्ट के थ्रू या आपके हॉस्पिटल के थ्रू, तो आप क्या बोलते हैं कि वो लोग आपको डॉक्टर बुलाते हैं या क्या बुलाते हैं?
मैम वो तो जनरली समझते हैं कि डॉक्टर ही हैं, तो वो फिर जो सर्जरी वाले केस आते हैं तो पूछते हैं मैडम आप सर्जरी कर दोगे ना, तो फिर हम उन्हें बताते हैं कि हम सर्जरी नहीं करेंगे, हम हॉस्पिटल में रिफर कराएंगे, सारा फ्री एंड पोस्ट जो फॉलोअप है वो हम करेंगे, सिर्फ सर्जन जो आएगा जो वो सब सर्जरी करेंगे और आपको उससे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, वो सर्जरी करके चले जाएंगे, उसके पहले भी हम रहेंगे और उसके बाद भी हम रहेंगे.
Okay, so they develop a more attachment with you, you
Yes.
think, in
Yes,
terms
ma'am.
of
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, okay. And
वो आएंगे तो सबसे पहले फोन करेंगे मैम आप हो हॉस्पिटल में.
so you
हम
develop
कभी
a
हम-
rapport with all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice, very nice. Nupur, just coming to your practice,
Yes.
do you also do some kind of screening or camps which you spoke about? Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Ma'am, we conduct the outreach programs every once in a while. I guess अभी थोड़ा सा इधर कोविड के कारण अफेक्ट हुआ था, नहीं तो मोस्टली महीने में एक कैंप हो जाता था. सो वी ट्राई टू रीच द इंटीरियर पॉपुलेशन, जहाँ पे जो लोग नहीं आ पा रहे हैं हमारे पास. एंड बेसिक मतलब honestly speaking, I did not perform proper eye checkup over there. My aim was not to go and just provide the glasses over there, checkup karke वैसा नहीं. My aim was to make them come out of the shell, make them reach my clinic so that I can provide the kind of care that I want to give. Like all the machines are over there, I cannot carry everything. So मेरा aim वही रहता था. All my staff were trained कि बस वहां पर जाके we only carry one vision chart. ठीक है, विजन चार्ट में पेशेंट को पढ़ाया, जो पढ़ नहीं पा रहे मोस्टली 6-6 नहीं हो पाता बिकॉज कैंप्स में वही पेशेंट्स टर्न करते हैं जो लोग कैटरैक्ट रहते हैं या एज वाले रहते हैं, वैसे ही आते हैं. सो ऑल ऑफ माय स्टाफ वुड जस्ट एक्सप्लेन कि आप क्लिनिक पर आ जाइए, ये रहा हमारा एड्रेस, आपका फीस नहीं लगेगा. सो वी मेड दिस स्टेटमेंट ल्यूक्रेटिव कि आपका फीस नहीं लगेगा, आप बस वहां आ जाइए, वहां मशीन से चेक होगा. सो आई थिंक द टर्न अप of the patient.
So
Yes, ma'am.
when you show the vision chart and let's say the patient has 624 vision or something like that, do they feel surprised that their vision is not normal?
Mostly जो लोग कैंप्स में आते हैं they have an understanding कि मेरे साथ कुछ है खराब. So
Okay. But this is not door to door what you do.
no, it's
Okay.
not door to door.
Okay.
It's like some organization, जैसे एक टेम्पल का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उन्होंने बुलाया, या फिर एक एनजीओ है उन्होंने बुलाया, या कोई पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उन्होंने बुलाया. इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक दैट.
Okay. Very good, very good. Okay. And then yeah, carry on. So you tell them about coming over.
हाँ, so these two statements are lucrative for them कि आपका फीस नहीं लगेगा और वहाँ मशीन से अच्छे से जांच होगा. So तो मैंने देखा है कि उनका आने का मतलब रेट इज गुड. मतलब अगर 50 स्क्रीन करते हैं तो ऑलमोस्ट इफ 25-30 are also coming, that's a fair good number. So and after that, after they come, I think 2-3 महीने हुए हमें हमारे ऑप्टिकल्स में हमने ये स्टार्ट किया है दिस स्पेक्टिकल डोनेशन वाला चीज कि once your spectacle numbers have changed, so if your spectacles are useless, so please just leave them behind so we can use. तो क्या है, उससे हमारा फ्रेम वाला एक पार्ट सॉल्व हो जाता है. इट्स जस्ट चेंजिंग ऑफ द लेंस सो दैट वी बेयर. सो उससे क्या होता है, कैंप वाले पेशेंट्स को काफी हेल्प मिल जाती है एक तरह से.
Okay. Let me see how I can get you to get some help for you regarding spectacles also. So nowadays what they say is even for the underprivileged, it's not right to give used frames and stuff. So
Okay.
there are organizations corporate CSR and other organizations who are willing to provide,
Okay.
fresh spectacles. Maybe that's a way where we can connect as well. Nupur.
Okay. Thank you.
Paula, I think Subbu has fallen off the grid. If you can just contact him, I don't know what happened.
Yes, I'll check.
Ragini, can you talk about your NGO, which you're working in terms of what kind of work you do in terms of screening, who provides the spectacles, and do you do any follow-up after you screen and provide glasses and things like that?
Ma'am, actually, we go to the community and schools, government schools, and after screening हम जो भी डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं उसमें जो भी पेशेंट का रिफ्लेक्टिव एरर आता है, कुछ हमारे एनजीओ में से कि मेरे जो ब्रदर इन लॉ है पॉलिटिक्स में, तो बहुत सारे ऐसे वॉलंटियर हैं वो उसमें डोनेट कर देते हैं, या फिर हम जितना बजट देते हैं कि इतने का चश्मा बनेगा और उसमें देना है तो दे विल प्रोवाइड। और जैसे सर्जरी भी करानी है तो जो भी अटैच्ड हॉस्पिटल्स हैं तो उसमें हम रिफर कर देते हैं, तो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट उसकी सर्जरी भी हो जाती है।
So you have attached your trust to a few hospitals.
Yes.
You refer patients to those
Yes.
hospitals. Okay,
Yes,
that's really nice. So how did you get the connection with that hospital? This is through your brother-in-law?
Yes, ma'am.
Or
No,
you
ma'am.
approached
Every
them?
hospital I went and spoke with the doctors and directors, जो भी उनके थे ऑनर्स, तो उनसे बात करके कि हम ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं तो इसमें हमारा मतलब कुछ सोसाइटी का है, कुछ बच्चों का फायदा हो जाएगा, इसमें हमारा कोई नुकसान नहीं है। फिर वैसे फिर दे वाज एग्री और बहुत खुश भी हुए कि कोई भी तो आगे बढ़ के आया कि हम ऐसे करते हैं।
तो उस समय जब आप बात करते हैं ना जाके हॉस्पिटल में, आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ता है, आप ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट है, आपका रोल वो सभी एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ता है?
हाँ, ये भी मैम कि मैं एजुकेटर हूँ, मैंने बच्चों को ऐसे पढ़ाया तो ऐसे है, तो वहाँ पे जाके आपको कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हुई तो हमारे बच्चे रहेंगे टेक केयर करने के लिए और आपका बहुत अच्छे से। तो वो बहुत
सॉरी, गो ऑन।
तो मतलब बहुत खुश भी होते थे और बहुत वो लोग मतलब उनको लगता है कि आज के जमाने में कौन ऐसा करता है, कौन दूसरों के लिए सोचता है, बट बहुत मतलब अच्छा लगता है मैम अपने को भी जाकर के, वी फील ग्लैड कि हमने कुछ किया या कुछ ऐसे नॉर्मल रूटीन से हट के हमने कुछ किया। जैसे सुबह से शाम तक नौकरी करने के बाद भी हम ऐसा कुछ करते हैं कि जिससे सोसाइटी को थोड़ा सा बेनिफिट हो सकता है।
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that is what gives satisfaction, isn't it, in the profession?
Yes,
I'm sure Nupur would agree also. I saw her nodding. When you go for these camps, I'm sure you also build a rapport with all these people, right? जब आप जाके विजन चेक करके बोलते हो हमारे क्लिनिक आ जाइए, फ्री में टेस्टिंग हो जाएगा. So once they turn up, so let's say you look at or you tell 100 people, do 100 turn up or how many of them turn up? What do you think?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Yes, no.
Okay. Ma'am, as I said, like if 50 patients have been screened, so like 30-35 will turn up. It's kind of like that.
That's a good percentage.
उसमें actually होता क्या है ना, camp there are many people who are like single old ladies who are unable to see, helpless, have no one at home. So like I feel sorry that I'm not able to do anything for them, and I actually cannot do anything for them. Like they need surgery and I don't have a free surgical tie-up anywhere. So I have a few surgeons with whom I have connections, like I can send my patients over there, but they are not going to do it free of charge.
Okay.
मैं free का चश्मा बना कर दे सकती हूँ, उससे ज़्यादा I cannot do.
Okay, so basically the people whom you tie up with is for referral, but it is not charitable. That is what you're saying.
Exactly.
It's not charitable. It is on charge. And that is where we all kind of fall short in that area, you feel, in that particular location.
Yes.
Okay, that's really nice, because if people are watching, whoever's watching, and if they have connections, or if we share this session with people and they come up and say, oh, you know what, maybe we can help this area, and that would be really nice. It's good to know that these are the requirements, Nupur, because then definitely we can try and see how we can help in these areas as well. Subramaniam, are you there?
Yeah, madam.
Okay. So the other question that I wanted to ask you is, you have started a trust of your own, and that's how you do camps, or how do you do your camps?
Yeah, I started a trust of our own family members. Uh, I do a lot of other activities also through the trust. Mainly, I do a school screening, cataract screening camps, and even we distribute. If any sponsors are there, I'll go with the sponsors. Otherwise, we distribute through our trust.
Okay, so the spectacle is given by your trust. What about
Yeah.
cataract surgeries?
Sorry,
What about cataract surgeries?
cataract surgery. I used to do screening on my own.
Okay,
I
okay.
used to-
And
I do,
refer?
I do a screening and take them to the surgery center.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I'll do arrange a food for them on the pre-op day.
Okay.
I'll send my volunteers uh, with the patients to take to the surgery center. There they
Okay.
will be getting operated, and again after the surgery, after discharging, we'll take them back to their places.
So this is a government surgical center.
No. We have one NGO operates through a DBC only. So,
Okay.
in Hospet, they operate. It's a surgery center in Hospet. I do take patients from Agri Bomnadi.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is more remote.
Yeah,
So it
in
makes
Agri
more sense.
Bomnadi, I do a screening. After the screening, after the selection, I take all of the patients to the surgery center. After
Okay.
the surgery, I'll take them back to their places again.
Wonderful. Okay, that's really nice.
Yeah.
The other common, thing that I noticed with all three of you is you didn't stop with just, a diploma or a degree. All of you, wanted to achieve something more and learn something more. You can always people can always think, saying that, I'm from a small town. Either पढ़ के क्या फायदा है?
Yeah.
Quite often I've heard that, पढ़ के मास्टर्स करके क्या करना है, इधर तो चश्मा ही बेचना है, end of the day चश्मा ही बेचना है. So they don't look at it. Nupur, for example, you've diversified into contact lenses, vision therapy. You also offer LVA services. Of course, it will build over time, as I said, but that mentality is there. इधर बैठ के तो चश्मा ही देना है, तो फिर पढ़ के क्या फायदा है? So what was your motivation to go on, do your fellowship, and then go on to do a master's, and what kind of exposure did it give? The
मैम
fellowship?
स्टार्टिंग में एक्चुअली बहुत कंफ्यूजन था व्हेन बैचलर्स वाज डन विद स्टार्ट. उस समय बहुत ही था ये क्लिनिकल फेलोशिप करना है या मास्टर्स करना है, क्या करना है. मास्टर्स करने के लिए पीपल सेड, लाइक वी कंसल्टेड विद आवर सीनियर्स, दे वुड से कि एकेडमिक्स में जाना है तो मास्टर्स करो. सो it was very much mind boggling time. That period was like कि क्या करूं क्या नहीं करूं. So why I did was for basically to build my own self confidence. कि it was like कि I associate कि मेरा जो degree रहेगा that is somewhat will provide me self confidence no matter where I am. And education is one thing, the degree is one thing that never goes waste. आप एज करोगे, you will just age gracefully with your degree. So that's one thing. And I think doing my masters has given me a very big benefit. Like it has helped me network with a lot of people and also opened my mind towards the diversity. जो मैं अभी एक baseline contact lens vision therapy सब कुछ जो मैं हल्का like I know I'm playing jack of all king of none kind of game. So ये जो हो पा रहा है that's basically because of my masters, because बैचलर्स में हमारे को उतना आइडिया नहीं लगता है प्रैक्टिकल क्या क्या स्पेशलिटी सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं. वी जस्ट गो थ्रू देम.
Clinical exposure, you mean?
या क्लिनिकल एक्सपोजर कुछ खास नहीं होता है, वो मास्टर्स में मिला.
Yeah.
सो देयर वंस यू गेट द एक्सपोजर देन आपके दिमाग में आइडियाज आने स्टार्ट होते हैं. यस मे बी आई कैन डू दिस, मे बी आई कैन डू दैट, एंड देन यू ऑल्सो गेट टू नो दिस फील्ड इंटरेस्ट मी. ये मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, सो आई वांट टू डू समथिंग इन दैट.
Very good.
So-
very good feedback.
या सो वहां पे मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि स्पेशलिटी लेंसेज एक ऐसा चीज है जो आप अपने प्रैक्टिस के साथ कर सकते हो इन द फ्यूचर. सो व्हाई नॉट टू डेवलप मोर इन दैट, बिकॉज समवट विजन थेरेपी एंड लो विजन हमेशा पीछे, थोड़ा सा पीछे रह जाता है, बिकॉज उसमें तुरंत से इमीडिएट इफेक्ट आता नहीं है
Yeah,
पेशेंट
yeah, you
को,
don't
तो
get
वो थोड़ा
immediate
सा
benefits.
प्रमोट करना मुश्किल होता है.
Yeah.
सेलिंग वन ब्रॉक स्ट्रिंग फॉर 1000 विल लाइक the patient is going to eat your head for that.
Correct.
So comparatively, contact lens was more lucrative. So that's why I decided to pursue further specialty into that.
I wouldn't say that you're jack of all and king of none. I think you're king of Kharagpur.
No, no.
When it comes to optometry eye care, because you are providing all the services. So don't say you're king of none. I think yeah, jack of all you can always be, because
Yeah.
I feel in a tier 2 or a tier 3 city, you need to provide everything, you know, because
maybe.
there are very few. There are very few places that the person can go to. So naturally, you need to provide as much as possible, I would say. So don't say that you're king of none. And I like the way that you said it gives you the perspective in that 2 years of masters as to
Yeah.
what interests you, where is your passion, you know, where would you like to see yourself in the future. I think that's a nice way of putting it. So, and what would you like to tell people who say that, "Arey, Kharagpur pe sirf chashma bechna hai, kyun padhna hai?"
I'll give a small analogy. Like small towns are like pond. So if you are knowledgeable, if you are learned and you are well versed in your subject, so you can become the crocodile of that pond in no time. So like this is what I feel. And मेरे लिए एक और प्लस पॉइंट ये हो जाता है कि like I have settled in Kharagpur for it's not even been two years. After marriage I have settled over here. My husband is a dental surgeon. So उनकी practice यहाँ पे 6 years से he is quite established in the town. ठीक है. So I am kind of getting a umbrella effect. We have a symbiotic effect actually. Like मुझे उनके patient
Cross references.
yeah, cross references.
Very
But
good.
since he has an established base, so I get more profit from him, more of patients from him. Also, if you'll notice, I write RK Eye Care and Polyclinic. So we have developed, apart from my chamber, we have another 2 rooms also, like we are still developing. My brother-in-law is a neurosurgeon. He's practicing in Kolkata and in the weekends he visits over here. So whenever we can find patients like neuro wale jo patients hame milte hain, so we also keep that. So kind of cross referral runs in the family.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Ragini, what was your push? And I think now you're doing a PhD also, nearing completion. So imagine from diploma to degree to masters, and then now doing a PhD. Matlab, what is the motivation, Ragini?
एक्चुअली मैम जब मैं ऑप्टोमेट्री करने आई थी तो मुझे ऑप्टोमेट्री का कुछ भी पता नहीं था. मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि ऑप्टोमेट्री भी कुछ होता है. मैं जनरली ऐसे ही एडमिशन ले ली थी. फिर 2 साल के बाद मैंने
हम सभी ऐसे ही ले
ऐसे ही आया था.
फिर मैंने एरा में एज अ ऑप्टोमेट्री इंचार्ज ज्वाइन किया और यहाँ पे ऑप्टोमेट्री कोर्सेज शुरू हुए थे. मैंने लखनऊ में एक सरदार पटेल इंस्टीट्यूट में वहां से डिप्लोमा किया था. तो एरा जब ज्वाइन किया 2 साल में एरा में रही एज अ फैकल्टी. डिप्लोमा करके मैं डिप्लोमा को पढ़ाती थी. तो मुझे टीचिंग में बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट आने लगा. उस समय आफ्टर दैट आई गॉट एडमिशन इन भारतीय विद्यापीठ. तो फिर मैं वहां गई. फिर वहां से कैंपस के थ्रू मैं वापस गुड़गांव आ गई. फिर मोनिका मैम मिली. तो फिर उनको देख के लगा कि नहीं हमें भी कुछ करना चाहिए. फिर मैंने प्रैक्टिशनर मास्टर किया एमएटी से और फिर मैंने एमएटी एज फैकल्टी ज्वाइन कर लिया. तो ज्वाइन करने के बाद फिर भी मुझे लगा कि मास्टर के बाद फिर क्या कर सकते हैं. फिर मुझे सोसाइटी को सर्व करने का बहुत शौक है. मुझे लोगों के लिए कुछ करने का, जैसे अंडर प्रिविलेज लोग हैं उनके लिए कुछ करने का बहुत हो. तो फिर सबने बोला ऑप्टोमेट्री से पीएचडी करने के लिए. मैंने बोला ऑप्टोमेट्री से फिर मैं ऑप्टोमेट्री में ही रह जाऊंगी. सो आई चूज पब्लिक हेल्थ. फिर उसके बाद जब हस्बैंड का ये सब हुआ उसके बाद आई ज्वाइन गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल. तो फिर वहां जाके मुझे लगा कि मैंने मतलब मेरा जो डिसीजन था वो अच्छा था कि मैंने पब्लिक हेल्थ सेलेक्ट किया. क्योंकि वहां पे इतने अंडर प्रिविलेज लोग आते हैं ना मैम. बिल्कुल वहां पे लगता ही नहीं कि इनको शहर से, एजुकेशन से या ट्रीटमेंट से, मेडिकेशन से कुछ भी अवेयरनेस नहीं. तो उसके बाद मैं फ्रिक्वेंटली हेल्थ प्रोग्राम लगाने लगी. अलग अलग गांव में जाके फिर उनसे मिलना, उनसे बात करना, फिर उनको अपने हॉस्पिटल्स में या फिर जो भी एरा में है जहाँ पे भी मैं भेज सकती हूँ।
प्रोग्राम मतलब उनका सब चेक होता है,
हाँ
डायबिटीज।
हाँ एक्चुअली मेरे पास ना मेडिकल कॉलेज है ना, तो हमारे पास सपोर्ट है, सब कुछ है, तो
वेरी गुड।
कम टुगेदर और हर जगह से सपोर्ट हमें मिल जाता है। बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मेरे जैसे भी हैं जो सपोर्ट करते हैं, और बदले में ऐसा नहीं कि उनको कुछ चाहिए या कुछ को डिमांड करते हैं। दिन जो आए बच्चे भी हमारे हैं मैम, आपने देखा हमारे बच्चे तो बहुत।
करेक्ट या यू हैव अ वेरी गुड टीम रागिनी। रागिनी, जब कैंप लगाने जाते हैं, आप बताया कि हेल्थ कैंप है ना, तो उधर मतलब उनको ये लगता है कि नहीं, क्यों, हम तो तंदुरुस्त हैं, क्यों जाना है, ऐसा ऐसा लगता है लोगों
ऐसा
को?
लगता है। फिर जब वो आते हैं, एक लोग आते हैं, उन्हें पता चलता है कि नहीं, उनको तो उनका शुगर डायबिट मतलब शुगर बढ़ा हुआ है, फिर वो जब 2-4 लोगों से बोलते हैं तो फिर वो लगते हैं नहीं हम भी चलते हैं, फिर हम भी चलते हैं, फिर ऐसे कर करके जब हमें वापस आने का टाइम लगता है तो पेशेंट के ज्यादा मतलब इंडिविजुअल्स ज्यादा आ जाते हैं, पूरा फिर गांव आ जाता है, फिर कभी कभी तो हमें 6-7 बज जाता है वहीं पे। फिर हमारा आई का प्रोग्राम बंद हो जाता है, फिर वो जनरली चलता रहता है।
ओके, दैट्स रियली नाइस। नो, बिकॉज देयर इज दैट माइंड ब्लॉक नो उधर, कि मतलब मैं तो तंदुरुस्त हूँ, हट्टा कट्टा हूँ, तो मुझे क्यों जाके ये करना है?
हम हॉस्पिटल में भी पेशेंट आते हैं ना, जब बोलो कि आप डिस्टेंस का पढ़ो, मुझे तो सब दिखता है, मैंने बोला पढ़ो, नहीं मुझे तो दिखता है, मुझे तो दिखता है, फिर जबरदस्ती पढ़ो, 2 लाइन के बाद नहीं दिख रहा है, मैंने बोला आपने तो बोला आपको सब दिखता है, फिर उसके बाद हम चश्मा, कोई दवा लिख दो, चश्मा ही क्यों लगाना, मतलब बहुत सारा आर्गुमेंट होता है। और ये मैम जैसे कि हॉस्पिटल में बैठ के, जैसे प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल में या मेडिकल कॉलेज में या फिर किसी भी मल्टी जैसे मेट्रो सिटी से बैठ के इस सब चीजों का आइडिया हमें नहीं लगा था कि ऐसा भी हालत है हमारी सोसाइटी का। वहां तो लोग आते हैं, इतना पैसा देते हैं और फिर चले जाते हैं, वहां पूछते भी नहीं है। वहां पे तो आते, बोलो चश्मा कितने का बनेगा, कैसे होगा, हमारे पास तो पैसे ही नहीं है। फिर लगता है कि हम तो 200-400 का बर्गर खा जाते हैं तो 400 में नीड है और ये फुलफिल नहीं कर पा रहा है। फिर वैसे पेशेंट को मैं रखती हूँ कि फिर मैं बुलाती हूँ, फिर उन्हें बना के फिर देती हूँ।
ओके, दैट्स रियली नाइस। The way you talk, I am sure you're made for public health. You can take out the passion with which you talk in all of this. No, Nupur?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I think public health is the right stream for you, Ragini, because with the way you so much of enthusiasm, so much of involvement when you're talking about all these. So I think there is no wrong decision that you've made here. So absolutely perfect decision. I think Paula, again, Subbo's having connection issues, I think. I don't know what happened. Again, he kind of fell off from the connection.
He is calling. I'll speak with him, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, sure. So continuing, Nupur, what do you think is, or have you, हमको ऐसे लगता है ना कि कभी कभी अरे इधर क्यों आके फंस गए यार, मतलब
काफी बार लगता है मैम।
काफी बार लगता है। अच्छा। So, in the sense, what I'm saying is when you especially go for conferences or go for meetings and you see people talking about different aspects, or different kinds of research. Because I used to think that when I used to travel outside and look at the work that people were doing in terms of asking questions and finding that urge in science to find the answer. Why does this occur in the eye, or why does something else occur in the eye, or something like that. When I used to see that, I used to feel, kash hamare paas ye hota itne studies karne ke liye, or something like that.
A platform where you can conduct more studies.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. I'm just giving you an analogy. That's all. So I'm just saying, compared to city and Kharagpur, any time you've kind of regretted, अरे इधर क्यों आके फंस गए, that kind of any time, or you feel that no, there's so many advantages of being here?
मैम पर्सनल लाइफ में तो रिग्रेट होता है कभी कभी।
You got married?
नहीं, but it was my own decision to come over there because I am more of kind of professional. I want my professional life to be better. So प्रोफेशनली मुझे ऑल्दो देयर आर प्रोस एंड कॉन्स हैं काफी, बट मुझे ऐसा कभी अफसोस नहीं हुआ कि मैंने ये प्लेस क्यों चूज किया। मतलब एनी टाइम एनी डे द प्लस हैज ऑलवेज बीन मोर देन द माइनस फॉर मी।
Great, lovely to hear,
माइनस पॉइंट में आप ये बोल सकते हैं कुछ कुछ चीजें, जैसे कोई अगर कुछ नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च हुआ, फॉर एग्जांपल अ पर्टिकुलर लेंस हैज बीन रिलीज्ड बाय एसएलआर, उनकी डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन टीम है जो जगह जगह जाके लाइक सेल्स टीम को टीच कर रही है,
एक्सप्लेन करते
सो
हैं.
वहां पे हमारा सेंटर लैग हो जाएगा
हाँ,
बिकॉज
so they don't visit your city.
या सो इट्स ओके, लाइक दैट डजंट काउंट मच जो भी पॉइंट्स हम लैग कर रहे हैं. हाँ, दो चार चीजें कुछ है कि आई एम नॉट एबल टू अटेंड द कॉन्फ्रेंसेस एज रेडिली बिकॉज आई हैव टू प्लान एंड गो ओवर देयर, सो इट्स नॉट डन दैट रेडिली.
Okay.
But ठीक है, I think staying over here, it's giving me more opportunity to see a variety of cases and you know, it's keeping me clinically updated. मतलब मुझे practice करने के लिए आपको रूरल और सेमी अर्बन पॉपुलेशन पे प्रैक्टिस करने में उतनी झिझक नहीं होगी जितना कि एक पूरे ही आई मीन
High-end
सिटी
city में.
या हाई एंड सिटी में पेशेंट
It
होगी.
gives you a lot of confidence. That's
Yeah,
why-
actually so
And that's why I said you're king. So don't say you're jack of all trades and not a king, because the thing is, I think the exposure that you get in small towns, and when you do a good practice, you're well recognized in
Yeah.
that particular area.
एक और माइनस पॉइंट ये भी होता है कि यहाँ पे भी जो भी अफोर्डिंग या जो भी थोड़े अच्छे पेशेंट्स हैं, दे विल ट्राई टू रीच आउट टू कोलकाता. मतलब मैं अफोर्ड कर सकता हूँ, आई कैन मूव आउट देयर, सो समटाइम्स दे डू गो, बट उसी में से इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर कम्युनिकेशन एंड योर कन्विंसिंग स्किल्स. लाइक यू कैन से यही चीज मैं आपको दे रही हूँ, आप देखो वहां पर स्क्लेरल्स आपको 40 में मिलेगा, यहाँ पे आपको कम में मिलेगा. सो आप जाओ, आई एक्सप्लेन टू देम एवरीथिंग. I'm like transparent. आप देख लो, these are the pros, these are the cons of using sclerals. Don't have to go for the surgery, irreversible, yeah, blah blah blah. And after giving them all the information, then I can like readily leave the patient. आप जाओ, अब आप अपना explore करो.
Yeah. So
Let
let's
me
leave
see if
the
you come
decision
back.
to
On.
them.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and I think that's the right way to practice also.
Yeah. हाँ.
So Subbu, you're back. So before you go off again, I need to catch you. So I was just speaking to Nupur about you know, any time you've regretted why you've not practiced in a bigger city, or you know, any time you've said, "Arey, why am I stuck here? I should aim for a bigger city or practice bigger," or you feel that there are so many advantages of practicing there in a smaller town. What do you think? You're muted, Subbu. You're muted.
So no, I never felt it like that. It's small towns are always, we have a better opportunities. So, and we feel, sometimes I feel happy that I'm not 1 in 1,000. I'm just 1 for the 1,000. So that's a great feel I have actually. So because where there is no service, there if you give a service, it will be it is useful even after doing such courses. Otherwise, there is no use.
Correct.
So, yeah, because I feel sometimes happy that even living in a small town, where there was no service only. So there was no ophthalmology service, there is no optometry services, and wherever I go to a camps, I used to say a lot of one nights also, because of non-availability of services, they have lost eyes over there. So at least if I am there, I can give some guidelines, I can just treat them. Otherwise, I can send refer to the higher centers also. These things are happening nowadays.
Okay.
So yeah, so where there is a very high required, there you need to be there. Of course, we may not find money or any out of there, but your service is very, very valuable over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Very right. Very right. Yeah, your services are very valued.
Very valuable.
I was asking Nupur, Subbu, why did you go and do you know, a master's? Because did your family say, "Are ide kelsa madodu? Why yake masters?" You know, in the sense like you're going to do the same thing, so why do you want to do a master's? Did your family say that, or did people? I mean, did you think, why should I do it, or something like that? When I'm going to do the same, in the sense, you know, वही आटा तो ये करना है, तो why should you you know, do higher study? What motivated you? What's your motivation?
No, it was just to upgrade our knowledge. So, upgrade our knowledge, and of course, definitely we learned a lot through the masters, and the approach towards the patient is definitely totally has been changed. So now we see a comprehensive approach we have got nowadays, and in all the angles we can examine the patients. So the more and justification we can do now.
So
Yeah, and
you're
yeah.
saying the way you communicate to the patient, the way you address the patient's problems has definitely changed over time.
Yeah, and even vision therapy also helps a lot. Even in small town, also even in the bigger town, also the vision therapy definitely helps. Mainly like in the school going category, children's. A lot of, because I do a lot of see a lot of headache patients because they refer. So before there was only one way to assess whether they have got refractive error or not. That's it. It was the only my duty now. So that way, when after doing masters and after learning vision therapy and this, in all the aspects we see. So that gives a lot of help to the. We can headache. We can definitely tackle very much better now.
Correct.
Because lot of visual efficiency problems are there with most of the kids.
Okay.
So
there's a question from Facebook for you, Nupur, whether you do TBUT and examine NGD and all of that.
TBUT, yeah, मतलब obviously in the dry eye patients, मतलब एक नजर में वो हो जाता है. अब specifically not writing it so much mm in this many minutes,
Basically,
not
during
like that.
clamp, you do that. That's
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
so you
Yeah,
do
prism
exam.
height, bolo TBUT, whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
I have the Sharma strips in my clinic also.
oh, very good.
Seldom
Very
use
good.
them. Yeah.
Okay. So I think overall, what I'm getting from all of you is that your higher education has opened up more avenues for you
Definitely.
to practice, has opened up your networking,
Yeah.
has influenced all of you in the way you practice. You, Nupur, in terms of your contact lenses, vision therapy, Subbu in terms of his interaction with patients and vision therapy again. And in case of Ragini, she's moved on from core clinical and education to public health, which is a big, it's a big change. And I think, a perfect example of what you said, Nupur, कि confusion है, तो masters करने से पता लगता है where's the passion. So you have an example, Ragini, here, perfect example. So she's found her passion, saying that public health is where my heart is and that's where I want to work. And I think, like all of you have said, that you've not had regrets, in terms of working with these kind of people and working in smaller towns as well. So starting again with you, Nupur, what is, let's say you had to tell two things to your younger generation, juniors or people who want to practice, who are from small towns and who hesitate to go back to their hometown and practice. What would you like to say? Two things.
See, basically, at the end of the day, there's only one thing that matters, and that is how much money you're making. To be very clear, right? So definitely quality of life is one thing, but अगर आप big cities में practice कर रहे हो, you are earning more, definitely. But are you able to enjoy the quality of life over there? It somewhere gets affected because you're not having sufficient time. You're slogging your ass over there, and somewhere you're just tired. You don't want to get out of your house on the weekends. Like I have seen my friends. So what I personally feel is I would like to just all the juniors, all the people who are doing your internship or who are into your bachelor's, I'll just say one thing: don't shy away from going back to your hometown. Because there you will be better able to be connected with your family. And one more thing, money does not depend upon where you settle. Like, earning requires talent, research, and resources. If you can figure out all these things, then you can earn a decent amount anywhere. Okay. And if you are in small towns, it is possible for you to manage your professional and your personal life in a proper way. Like, it's more easier to manage this thing. And definitely one very big advantage of practicing in your hometown is that you will get much more respect and value. And you already have a, आपका patient base initial वाला बना हुआ होता है. Your
Correct.
parents, your guardians, your relatives are all in the town. आपका एक initial वाला base बना होता है. You don't have to worry much about advertising and going about on that.
Correct. Although
So-
you said that money is this thing, but in what you say, I can make out that it's not just money, but satisfaction also plays a
Yeah. Work satisfaction is also at the end of the day. मतलब आपने कुछ see. I'll just give you two examples. There's one day that I sold 10 pair of lenses and I have made 10,000 in a day. And there's another day when I'm able to not actually do much in the optical portion, but I've been able to help a patient who has been dealing from a long-term chronic headache. I've been able to properly guide him through the vision therapy process. So that day I'll be getting much more, work satisfaction at the end of the day. कि हाँ जो किसी ने नहीं कर पाया वो मैं की. मतलब I have had patient like that कि जो headache है, they have been going from general physician to neuro to eye वाले ने भी clear कर दिया, इधर से भी clear हो गया. Now that person is like hopeless. 2 साल से मैं headache लेके घूम रहा हूँ. What to do
Right.
about this? So yeah, so this definitely gives you an edge at the end of the day.
Ragini, what would you like to say? Two things. Let's say to youngsters, your students maybe from ERA. What would you like to say?
फर्स्ट थिंग कि जो भी करो, जिसको भी जो भी करना है पैशन के साथ करो. ऐसा नहीं कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ने बोल दिया तो करना है, या जो करना है खुद से करना है. कभी कभी स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे भी होते हैं मैम कि सेकेंड ईयर के बाद मूव आउट कर लेते हैं, उन्हें समझ में ही नहीं आता है. तो स्टार्ट करने से पहले ही सोच लो कि तुम्हें क्या करना है, पहले ही फाइट करो जिससे भी करना है, और जो भी करो पूरे उस पर कमांड के साथ करो. तुम्हें अपने सब्जेक्ट में कमांड होना चाहिए, फिर तुम कहीं भी काम कर सकते हो. नॉलेज है, टैलेंट है, और तुमको अपने सब्जेक्ट पे कमांड है तो तुम कहीं भी काम कर सकते हो. कहीं भी ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें बिग सिटी में ही काम मिलेगा, हमें स्मॉल सिटी में नहीं सर्वाइव कर सकते. अगर नॉलेज नहीं है तो हम बिग सिटी में भी सर्वाइव नहीं कर सकते.
Correct. Yeah. So you're saying you should understand your subject and you should have a full understanding of what you're doing. So then
Yes.
nobody can shake you, which is
Yes.
absolutely true. Absolutely true. And Subbu, what would you like to say to, let's say, young students, young practitioners? And yours is a very, very well established practice in Hospet. You've been practicing for so long. I'm sure that you've earned a lot of respect from everybody in that town. So what would you like to say? And especially having started in a village, initially where you are from. So because many people would say, I don't want to go back to my hometown and practice. Alli yenide, there's nothing there, kind of a thing. So what would you like to say?
No, initially even I had a thought of working for some years in Bangalore and then go back to my place. I had a vision like that. But few teachers like friend like teachers and teachers like friends, they taught me to, they guided me well. And I just came back to my native. There was no hesitation in that. And now there is more of satisfaction on giving a service to these people. Where it was exactly needed, there I'm giving my services. That gives me a more satisfaction than anything else. So money can be earned in any manner. So once you are ethically you are practicing, the money will flow definitely. It will just flow behind you.
Correct.
You need not worry. You need not worry about money. You need not think of money, and you need not think of bigger orders. Those things we need not worry at all. Just keep doing your regular practice. Just be ethical and use your subject. Use it in a proper way. Definitely, you can earn also, and you will get a very good respect in the society. And more than that, the satisfaction it is you won't get after you have, even if you become a billionaire also.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, perfectly said, I think. And it's so, I mean, all your thoughts are so blending with each other, and all similar thoughts. I feel really proud when, I guess, when people say that "Arey, optometry mein kya hai" or something like that. these are things which give you a lot of satisfaction, saying that, there's so many people who are doing so much of good work all around the country. So hats off to all of you. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job, and it's not an easy decision, to make, to go and practice in these places and do what you guys are doing. It's absolutely not an easy decision. Both from, peer pressure. Peer pressure is one thing, because, especially for youngsters like Nupur, अरे उधर जाके क्या करोगे, corporate join करो, ऐसे तुम इतने अच्छे हो सब्जेक्ट में तो इतना, I mean, you will earn so much, you'll get recognized. Definitely, I'm sure there must have been peer pressure. And on the other side, you have the family pressure as well, कि घर पे रहो and either practice karo and all of that. So, overcoming all of that. And in Ragini's, she has her own, challenges in terms of going towards public health, because public health, people think that there is no money in public health, as far as earnings are concerned. They always think it is a very service oriented, are kya kamaoge public health mein. So, overcoming all those challenges. And in case of Subbu, I'm sure, there must have been pressure to move to a bigger city rather than practicing in a smaller, town. So overcoming all of that, and you guys have done such a wonderful job and continue to do that as well. So hats off to all of you. And I think there's a big learning to all youngsters from this session. And you guys have given such great points, and guided people in the right direction as well. So thank you for your time. And I think, in each of these sessions, Paula and me also learn a lot from such sessions.
Hats off to you people also, ma'am. You people are the flag bearers, like
Arey, no.
inspiration.
Nothing
Ek
like
hota hai,
that.
ma'am. It does happen. Like you and Monica ma'am and this Prema ma'am, all of you are the flag bearers.
Arey, no, nothing like that. I like the way Ragini said, Monica ma'am ko dekha, uske baad.
Inspiration aa gaya.
So educators play such an important role
It does
in your life, how they influence, how they are a role model for all of you. I think they play a very important role. So hats off to all the educators who've taught all of you, and hats off to you guys who are doing such great jobs that your educators will be very proud. All of them will be, I'm sure, very proud of what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
We appreciate the OCA works also, madam. OCA is working in many other aspects also, and we understand the efforts you put in doing all these programs. It's a great effort for you also and your team.
Thank you.
As a
So
part, yeah,
Paula does all the work. I only come and do the show. The background work is all done by Paula.
All stages are important.
Land up last minute and say, okay, let the show begin. That's all. Nothing else. No, we all get a lot of support from the board as well, the OCI board members, all of them. So it's nice to be in this space and interact with all of you. It gives us a lot of energy to move forward in whatever we want to achieve for the profession. So thank you. Thanks for your time. And thanks to all of you who have joined us on Facebook as well. Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you, ma'am.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for the
much.
opportunity.
Bye. Take care.